Hello, I'm gonna make a video today and I'm gonna tell you a story in a few minutes, but right now I figured I'd show you I have cats. Yes, I have cats. This is my cat that I've had for a long time. Look in the camera, kitty. This is Stu. His name is Stu Buck Pigeon. Yeah, he has 3 names and I did not name him. Say hello. That's what he says. And this is Rascal. Say hello, Rascal. She doesn't want to say hello. Look at the camera. Yeah, so I have 2 cats and 1 dog, which is not in here right now. He's probably sleeping. He's old. But this is Rascal. She was a street walker. I picked up a street walker. Good cat. Yeah, so anyway, thought I'd show you my cat. A week or so ago, there was a story about a woman from my home state of Wisconsin, and she had an 11-year-old daughter. I believe this probably made national headlines, but I don't watch any of the news networks. I get all my news from AP News here on YouTube or Young Turks or Yahoo. But anyway, there was a story, not really a story, it was fact. This woman let her 11-year-old daughter die by not taking her to a doctor. She was really ill, and it was very, very clear that she was ill. She had diabetes, and it was untreated. So this went to trial, and I read this story and I remember thinking they better find this woman guilty, because all this woman did was pray. She prayed for her daughter and did not take her to a doctor. And some of you might be like, well, you know, what's wrong with that? There was a group of people that prayed for her, a prayer group, a Bible study group. Hold on, I gotta let the cat out. A Bible study group that prayed for her. Prayed that she would be healed. She believed that her daughter would be healed through the power of prayer. Now, some people may totally disagree with me, and that's okay if you do. But I want you to bear this in mind. While this woman was hoping for a miracle, she waited 8 years. This girl had, well, I'm not saying that she was sick for 8 years, but this girl had not been to a doctor since she was 3 years old. 3. That was shocking to me. I mean, completely shocking. How do you not take a kid to the doctor for 8 years? I don't know. And this is right here in Wisconsin. This isn't some foreign country. This is a place where if your child is in school, they have to be vaccinated, and they have to go to the doctor. You have to take your kid to the dentist, don't you? So I remember thinking they better convict this woman. And I am not the only one who thinks this, obviously, because yes, she was found guilty. She was found guilty. And all I'm saying is this never had to fucking happen. Never. There was a group of people surrounding this girl in her bed, on her deathbed. None of them could say, hey, maybe she should go to a doctor. Maybe God will perform a miracle through a doctor. Perhaps that's how God will fix this. Well, God didn't fix it, did he? God didn't fix it. A little girl died. I might sound a little irate, and there's another reason that I am still irate. This woman is 41 years old. 41 years old. She's been on this earth for 41 years. And she didn't think that her daughter was that sick. That's what they're saying. A jury Friday found a central Wisconsin mother guilty of killing her 11-year-old daughter by praying for her to heal instead of rushing her to the doctor. A Marathon County jury deliberated about 4 hours before convicting Leilani Neumann, 41, of rural Weston, second-degree reckless homicide. No sentencing date is set. Nuemann remains free on bond. We have another shot at appeal, her lawyer, Gene Linehan, says. Obviously, there will be an appeal. Yeah, good luck with that. Newman's daughter, Madeline, died of untreated diabetes March 23, 2008, surrounded by people praying for her when she suddenly stopped breathing. Her parents, business, and Bible study partners finally called 911. Prosecutors contend a reasonable parent would have known something was gravely wrong with Madeline, and her mother recklessly killed her by ignoring obvious symptoms of how gravely ill she was. Religious extremism can be dangerous, a Marathon County District Attorney Jim Falstad said. In this case, it was fatal. Linehan countered, saying Nuemann didn't realize her daughter was so ill and did all she could to help, in the line of the family's belief and faith in healing. He said Nuemann was a devout Christian who prays about everything and took care of her 4 children. Religious extremism is a Muslim terrorist. That's what Linehan said. They're saying these parents were so far off the scale that they murdered their child. The woman did everything she could to help her. That is the injustice in this case. The fact that this man said religious extremism is a Muslim pisses me off. Alright. Yes, obviously that is what we see in the media constantly. But before the media was a prevalent thing in our society, religious extremism was everywhere. The Americas were completely overrun with Christianity by Spanish conquistadors, right? If you'll excuse me for a second, I have to get a book. I got this book a couple of years ago. There was something on PBS or on National Public Radio about it. And in here, it explains how it all went down. It talks about how different tribes from South America and Mexico were eventually blended all together, and you have what you have today. That's religious extremism, if you ask me. They ruled by force. If nobody wanted to get with the program, they were dead, cut off from their society, whatever, they died. I recommend getting this book. It wasn't expensive. I had $12, something like that. I got it from Barnes & Noble. I just wanted to let you guys know about that case. I don't know if it ever made national headlines, and if not, it will after the appeal, obviously. This woman better sit. I think they were talking 35 years in prison, something like that. 41 years old. Doesn't take her kid to the doctor for 8 years. Where's the logic in that? Their life is ruled by a book. They let that word of God rule their world. Now, I'm not saying everybody who does is that extreme. But there's a line that was crossed. I don't know. 41 years old. Those other kids were there watching that happen to their sister, you know. A life cut short for no good reason. That's sad.